Hello, my name is Sepulveda. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, and we're going to take a few minutes today to talk about cupping. At this point, we've all seen those crazy purple marks on Michael Phelps and other athletes at the Olympics, and those come from something called cupping, which is a treatment modality. Why do we use cupping? Well, basically, long story short, it's to make us feel better. What it does, it helps increase local circulation and help release constrained muscles and bring toxins and stagnated blood and body fluids to the surface in order for us to regain that range of motion that we lost. Cupping, from my understanding, comes from Chinese medicine, but it's actually a folk practice practiced around the world in various cultures in Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, and parts of the Middle East as well. We're going to take a moment here and we're going to do a quick demonstration, and I'll explain to you exactly what's going on with the cupping while we do it. One type of cupping we use here is called fire cupping. It's very safe, and all is matter of, as I'm doing now, is burning out the air inside and creating a vacuum inside this cup and placing it over the body. We'll show that one more time. As you can see, the vacuum is pulling skin up into the cup. And what's happening now is that we're creating space between the muscle, the fascia, and the skin layers, and drawing up any stagnant or decayed blood and body fluid up to the surface so the lymphatic and circulatory system can help eliminate it. In Chinese medicine, it's much the same idea, that we're removing stagnation from the meridians and the associated muscle pathways in order to allow new fresh blood to come underneath, nourish the tissue, and create more space and regain range of motion. Another type of cup we use are simply plastic cups, and I'll manually create a vacuum by pulling the air out. Much the same mechanism is happening, creating space and drying up those body fluids and decayed blood, stagnant blood. So we would leave these on for about 5 minutes, usually no longer than that. And you'll notice, as I release the vacuum, take it off, you'll see a slightly mottled reddish purple. It's not as dark as the ones you've seen on the athletes, and that's because the tissue underneath does not have as much decayed and stagnant blood and body fluid underneath. We can only draw out what's there. And actually, if I was putting this over 100% healthy tissue, there would be very little marks at all. It might be slightly mottled or even just slightly white. The reason these are different than bruises is because a bruise results from trauma to the soft tissue. What's happening here is that we're just drawing out what's already in the muscle and fascial layer. So this mark, and actually you actually see it fading as we speak, doesn't heal like a bruise. So at this point, we've taken all the cups off. You'll notice that the two lower ones actually leave no marks at all, and while there's two lighter reddish with some red spotting on the upper marks. These are not bruises. A bruise results from trauma to the soft tissue. That results in destruction of the tissue and capillaries, causing bruising. A bruising heals differently than cupping marks. What a cupping mark would do, well, this mark will just get lighter and lighter and lighter over a couple days till it's gone. What a bruise does, it goes from purple to brown to yellow and then fades. You'll also notice that this tissue not tender at all, right? No. Right, so bruises are tender to the touch. These aren't bruises, these are just drawing out what's already in the muscle and fascial layer up to the surface. So our circulatory and lymphatic systems can help us remove it. And actually, this tissue, if you palpate it, is a lot softer and more relaxed than the tissue near it, which is really one of the purposes of cupping. Again, my name is Sepulveda. I'm a licensed acupuncturist. Please visit my website if you have any more questions. That's healinghealthacupuncture.com. Located here and at Everything Zen in Groton, Connecticut, and also at other locations. Please feel free to contact me for any more information. Thank you. I said P.